Denied. Still, as you'd expect, the advert keeps running because the Romney campaign has no interest in factual accuracy. Joining us now is Brad Woodhouse, Communications Director for the Democratic National Committee. Brad, good afternoon to you. Even the Chrysler spokesman said, and I'm quoting, "A professional acrobat couldn't achieve the misrepresentation of the truth that Mr. Romney has achieved." Isn't it time that Romney gave up running for president and joined Cirque du Soleil?
It certainly is, Martin. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, there's no surer sign that Mitt Romney is behind in this race, that he's behind in Ohio, and that he's heading towards a loss in this race than the fact of this ad. It is such a blatant lie. It is such a blatant falsehood. Someone who is in a stronger position politically wouldn't take this type of risk.
But he's never recovered. But doesn't this ad prove that the Romney campaign is basically predicated on fear-mongering and lying, given that nothing they say about the Jeep production is true?
Well, nothing of it is true. They have their whole campaign has been predicated upon fear-mongering. They've lied about the state of the economy. Now they're lying about this, you know, and every time you turn around, they're trying to sell a bill of goods to the American people. The people in Ohio know better. The people in Toledo know better. And the people in Detroit know better. They know that Mitt Romney said, "Let Detroit go bankrupt." He's never recovered from that, Martin. He is desperate. He cannot win this election without Ohio. He's behind in Ohio. The president's over 50 there in a recent poll, and he's trumping up these lies to try to win. It's not going to work.
Unlike many other ads from the Romney campaign, this one was released without any kind of fanfare or announcement. What does that tell you?
Well, I think it tells you exactly what's going on here. They were hoping to slip this in, get it on the air for a few days. Maybe no one would pay attention, and that they could convince people that somehow the president has this plan to move their jobs to China. And look, the only outsourcer in this race is Mitt Romney. He was part of a company that was a pioneer in outsourcing. He said, "Let Detroit go bankrupt." There's not any middle-class person in America that should trust their job or their future in this economy to Mitt Romney.
One of the things we hear in that ad is that Mr. Romney quotes, he has a plan for the auto industry. Well, what is that plan? I mean, reporters have been asking his campaign for his plan for the auto industry. They've got absolutely nothing. What is it?
Well, I know. Reporters asked his campaign this morning. Guess what? It was crickets. He hadn't said what his plan was. We know what his plan was in 08 and 09. He said, "Let Detroit go bankrupt." He said, "You know, we don't have any business saving that industry. Let the free market reign." If you can imagine what would have happened, instead of going into one of the worst recessions since the Great Depression, we would have sunk into a depression, Martin, if Mitt Romney would have had his way. Detroit would have gone bankrupt. Michigan would have been in the tank. Ohio would have been in the tank. Mitt Romney is wrong on this issue, and it's going to cost him this election.
Brad, final question. If this ad says something about the Romney campaign, what does it tell you about Mr. Romney's character?
Well, look, I think Mitt Romney has, throughout the course of this campaign, either peddled one lie after another or allowed his campaign to peddle one lie after another. And look, if you can't trust what somebody says on the campaign trail, you certainly can't trust what they say in office. Look, this is not a distinction, a difference of interpretation. This is a blatant falsehood. Even the company has said is a lie, and Mitt Romney should be ashamed.
Let's hope he withdraws it. Brad Woodhouse, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Martin.
Next, the president